Have you ever ended a long, busy day and thought, I did a lot, but I do not feel like I live today? Meetings stacked on meetings, messages firing in every direction. Dinner, dishes, maybe a few episodes of a show, then bed, and then it hits you. You did not read a single page from that book you care about. You skipped the language lesson you promised yourself. You never touched the side project that lights you up. The productivity was high. The satisfaction was low. I have been there more times than I want to admit. A few years back, I was sitting on the living room floor while my little cousin showed me a drawing. She said, "Watch this," and I said, "1 second," while I checked a work email that absolutely could have waited. Her face fell. It was a quiet moment, but it punched through my armor. I realized something hard and simple. I had confused productivity with presence. I was getting good at responding to other people's priorities. I was not getting better at making time for what matters to me. That wake-up pushed me toward a framework I still use today. It is inspired by a book called Make Time by Knapp and Zeratsky, who both spent years building technology that competes for our attention. Their insight is not about squeezing more into your schedule. It is about creating space for the things that matter, not finding time, but making time. In this episode, I will not retell their book. I will show you how I rewired my day with their core ideas, what worked for me, what failed, and how you can adapt it for your life in the United States, whether you live alone in a studio in Denver or share a small house in Atlanta with 2 kids, a dog, and a calendar that never seems to quit. Here's the heart of it. There are 4 moves. Choose a daily highlight. Protect your focus like a laser. Raise your energy so focus is possible. Reflect so you learn and adjust. Simple words, deep practice. Let us walk through each move with real, practical steps. First, the daily highlight. A highlight is one meaningful thing you will be proud to have completed when your head hits the pillow. It might be big, it might be small. What matters is that it matters to you. I choose mine every morning over coffee from about 6:30 to 6:45 in the morning. I write it on paper in large letters. Then I put that paper where I cannot miss it. On the keyboard, on the fridge, on the bathroom mirror. How do you pick a highlight? I use 3 questions. 1. What is urgent and truly mine, not someone else's emergency dressed as mine? 2. What would feel deeply satisfying to finish today? The kind of task that leaves a clean, calm space in your mind. 3. What would be joyful or at least interesting while I am doing it? The more a task matches these 3, the more it belongs as today's highlight. Your highlight might be to write the first page of a grant proposal, to finally call your mother and really listen, to run around the park for 30 minutes without stopping, to sit with your kid and build a cardboard spaceship, to send the tough email that frees up a clogged project, to read 2 chapters from a book that moves you forward in your career. The size is less important than the meaning. Now the hard part. Many of us feel we cannot choose because our manager, our clients, and our family choose for us. If that is your reality, try this short conversation. When your boss adds a new urgent task, say, "I can do this. I am looking at project A and project B, both due soon. Which should I prioritize today?" You are not saying no, you are inviting a decision. Most leaders will appreciate the clarity. When a coworker asks for something quick that will actually take an hour, try, "I want to help. I can get to this on Thursday morning. Would that still be useful? If it must be today, what should I pause?" You are setting boundaries without drama. This is not about being selfish. It is about being a responsible steward of your time. If you never name a highlight, the world will gladly name one for you, and it will not be the thing that builds your future. Second, the laser focus. We often believe we need stronger willpower. In my experience, willpower is a terrible strategy. The apps in our pockets are built by teams of very smart people whose job is to capture attention. The winning move is not heroic discipline. The winning move is designing your environment so focus is the default. I have tested a lot of tactics. The simplest are the most powerful. Put the phone in another room during your focus block, not on the desk, not face down, in another room. Log out of social platforms on your work computer. Make it inconvenient to check them. Move the most tempting apps off your home screen on your phone. Hide them in a folder that requires a few swipes. Disable non-essential notifications. Use Do Not Disturb. Close email and chat during your sprint. If someone needs you for a true emergency, give them a way to reach you that you keep on, like a direct call. I also use a ritual to start. I sit down. I say out loud what I am about to do. For example, write the opening of the proposal. Then I take 3 slow breaths. Then I start a timer for 25 minutes. That is the sprint. When the timer ends, I stand up, stretch, refill my water, look outside for a minute, and start the next sprint. That short break resets the mind and makes the next block more effective. Some days I prefer longer stretches, 45 minutes on, then a short break. I pick one pattern and stick with it for the day. Here's a common concern. What if my job runs on constant messages? If you work in customer service, health care, or operations, you cannot disappear for hours. You can still use micro sprints. 10 minutes of full focus can move a project forward when done several times through the day. You can also coordinate with your team, create focus windows. For example, from 10 in the morning to 11, the team stays out of chat except for true emergencies. From 2 to 3 in the afternoon, the same. Try it for a week. Measure the difference. Another concern, what about the unexpected? The school calls. The server goes down. Life happens. The laser mindset is not perfection. It is intention. If your block gets interrupted, start a new one as soon as you can. If the whole day gets blown up, save your highlight for the evening if possible. If not, choose a micro highlight. 10 minutes of reading before bed. 5 minutes to plan tomorrow. Something small that says, I still chose one thing today. A small tip that changed everything for me. Keep an attention firewall in the morning. Do not open email or social media until after your first focus block. If you work in a role where morning messages are essential, give yourself a tiny window, 5 minutes to scan for fires, then right back into your highlight. You will be amazed how much momentum you build. Third, energize the machine. Focus is not only a mental game, it is a physical one. Your brain is part of your body. When your body is depleted, your mind slows, your patience thins. Your creativity fades. Energize is about movement, food, and sleep, not perfection, not a complicated routine. Just enough structure so your body supports your goals. Movement. Aim for 3 to 5 sessions each week where your heart rate rises. That might be a brisk walk around the block, a bike ride with your kids, squats and push-ups in your living room, a short class at the gym. I like to keep a kettlebell by my desk. Between meetings, I do a few sets. It sounds simple because it is. The goal is not to become a fitness model. The goal is to be alert and steady through your day. Food, eat in a way that keeps your energy stable. I try to eat like a human living close to the source. Real vegetables. Protein, healthy fats, fewer ultra-processed foods that leave me groggy. For work days, I keep it very routine. Breakfast is eggs and greens. Lunch is a bowl with chicken, rice, and something colorful. Snacks are nuts, fruit, or yogurt. When I want pizza on a Friday night, I enjoy it. Then I go right back to simple fuel the next day. Rules are not the point. Clarity is. Hydration. I keep a water bottle on the desk and take a sip whenever I switch tasks. If I want coffee, I drink it earlier in the day. If I want tea, I drink it in the afternoon. Small adjustments add up. Sleep. This is the multiplier. Many of us treat sleep as a luxury. It is a foundation. I set a bedtime alarm, not a wake-up alarm, a go-to-bed alarm. When it goes off, I dim the lights, put the phone in another room, and begin a wind down. Sometimes that is a warm shower. Sometimes that is reading a physical book. I try to cut screens for at least 30 minutes before sleep. Bright blue light can tell your brain to stay awake. A dark, cool room tells it to rest. If you are a new parent or a shift worker, you cannot control every night. Focus on consistency when you can. Protect a short nap if it helps. Be kind to yourself. Why all this matters. When your body has fuel and rest, the laser focus becomes less of a fight. Your highlight stops feeling like a mountain and starts feeling like a hill you can climb. Fourth, reflect and adjust. Most systems fail because we do not learn from our days. Reflection closes the loop. It is not about judgment, it is about data. Every evening I take 10 to 15 minutes to write a few lines. What was my highlight? Did I make space for it? What threw me off? What helped? What is one thing I will change tomorrow? That is it. No fancy app required. A notebook works perfectly. Once a week, usually on Sunday afternoon, I plan the week's highlights. One per day. I pencil them into the calendar. Not every day cooperates, so I leave buffer days. I also stack easy wins early in the week to build confidence. Then I check in midweek and adjust. This is a living system, not a rigid contract. Let me show you how the 4 moves play out in real life. Story 1, Maya, product manager in Austin. She felt buried under messages and meetings. Her highlight for Monday was to write the first draft of a launch brief. She blocked time from 9 in the morning to 10:30, phone in the kitchen. Email closed. One sprint of 45 minutes, a short break, then another sprint. By 10:30, the draft existed, not perfect, real. The rest of the day was meetings, but the needle had moved. For energize, she began walking during one-on-one each afternoon. For reflection, she noticed that mornings worked better than afternoons for writing, so she protected them. After 2 weeks, she felt less frantic and more in charge, without changing jobs or adding hours. Story 2. Lewis, a nurse in Ohio who works 12-hour shifts. His days are intense. He chose micro highlights. On shift days, his highlight was to spend 10 mindful minutes on breath and stretching before leaving for work. On days off, his highlight was to work on a certification course for 30 minutes. He used micro sprints in the hospital when charting, 2 or 3 blocks of 10 minutes with a minute break between them. For energize, he packed simple meals and drank water at the top of each hour as a cue. Reflection happened in his car before he drove home. He asked himself, what helped me care for people today and how can I bring that forward tomorrow? His life did not get easier. It got clearer. Story 3. Me, caught in my own stress cycle. I used to wake up and open email while still in bed. The day ran me. Now I keep a paperback on the nightstand. From 6:30 to 7. I read from 7 to 7:30. I plan the day and write down the highlight. From 8 to 9, I do the first sprint. I do not look at messages until after 9. That small firewall changed everything. I still have messy days. I still fall off the plan sometimes, but the trend is different. I feel present for the people I love. I feel progress on the work that matters. You might wonder, what about kids, roommates, partners, and the swirl of a real American household? A few ideas make a family highlight. One thing the household will do together. A walk after dinner. A no-screen hour on Wednesday. A Saturday pancake ritual with music. Share your personal highlight at breakfast so your partner knows what to protect for you and you do the same for them. If childcare schedules make mornings impossible, claim an evening window. From 8 in the evening to 8:30, you read or plan or practice guitar. The important part is consistency, not the clock. What if your job expects instant responsiveness? Talk with your team about creating shared focus windows. Even one window of 30 minutes in the morning and one in the afternoon can shift the culture. Put it on the team calendar, name it focus, invite others to join, start small, measure the benefits. People like feeling effective. What if you are a student balancing classes and part-time work? Choose a highlight that moves you toward graduation or a skill you care about, a lab report, a problem set, a chapter in a textbook. Schedule a sprint between classes. Use campus libraries and quiet spaces. Keep snacks and water in your bag. Reflect each night so you notice which study times actually work for you. Let us talk about saying no, because this might be the most practical skill in the whole system. No does not have to be confrontational. It can be clear and kind. Try this. I cannot take this on today, but I can help on Thursday morning. If it needs to be today, which of my current tasks should I pause, or this? I want to give this the attention it deserves. I can do that tomorrow morning from 9 to 10. Does that work? Or this, I am at capacity this week. Here are 2 people who might help faster. These phrases protect your highlight without burning bridges. You might also need to say no to yourself. No, I will not open the shopping app while I am bored. No, I will not start a new show at 11 at night. Put a little friction between you and your distractions. Move the charger out of the bedroom so the phone sleeps in the kitchen. Use an alarm clock that is not your phone. Remove streaming apps from your tablet during the week and reinstall on Friday if you choose. These small barriers make good choices easier. There will be days when you do not hit your highlight. When that happens, do not collapse the whole system. Ask why with curiosity, not shame. Was the highlight too big? Can you slice it smaller? Was the time wrong? Can you move it to a better window? Did you lack energy? What can you do tonight to support tomorrow? Every miss is a message. Reflection is how you hear it. A few advanced moves that help me. Use a someday list. There are tasks that should not be highlights but still deserve attention. Put them on a list and schedule a maintenance block. Friday afternoon from 3 to 4, I do paperwork, schedule appointments, and clear small tasks. This keeps the little things from hijacking my highlight. Create a start line. The hardest part is often starting. Pick the tiniest next action and make it absurdly easy. If the highlight is to run, lay out shoes by the door. If the highlight is to write, open a blank document and type one sentence. If the highlight is to call a family member, put their number at the top of your to-do list. Momentum beats motivation. Protect your mornings or your best hours. Many people do their clearest thinking early. Others feel sharp at night. Track your energy for a week. Notice when deep work comes easiest. Guard that window like your rent depends on it. Set theme days if your work allows it. Bunch similar tasks on the same day. Meetings on Tuesday and Thursday. Deep writing on Monday and Wednesday. Admin on Friday. Context switching is a tax on attention. Fewer switches, more flow. Design micro rewards. After a focus block, take a short walk, make tea, step onto the porch, text a friend, or play a song you love. Make the process feel good. Your brain will start to crave the rhythm. The truth beneath all these tactics is human and hopeful. You do not need to become a different person to have a different day. You do not need a new app. You need a decision. Practice daily. Choose a highlight. Protect it. Fuel your body. Learn from your day. Repeat. Over time, this is not just a productivity system. It is a way to design a life that looks and feels like your values. Before we close, I want to return to that empty feeling at the end of a long day. Busy and hollow. The daily highlight is the antidote. On the days I keep this practice, I end the day with a quiet kind of pride. I might not finish every task. I might still have laundry, messages, and a sink full of dishes, but I did the one thing that mattered most today. That feeling carries into the way I speak to people. It softens my edges. It reminds me why I am working at all. If this resonates, try a 1-week experiment. For 7 days, pick one highlight each morning. Write it where you will see it. Block the time, build a small attention firewall. Move your body a little each day. Drink water. Dim the lights earlier than usual. At night, write a few lines about what helped and what hurt. After 7 days, notice. Do you feel more present? Did your progress accelerate on the things that matter? If yes, keep going. If not, adjust and try again. You are learning a craft. Your craft is shaping your time. One final note of gratitude. The ideas behind this practice were sparked by the book Make Time by Knapp and John Zeratsky. The way I live them belongs to me. The way you live them will belong to you. That is the beauty of a simple framework. It bends to fit your life. Here's your simple playbook for tomorrow morning. Wake up and name a highlight before you open the floodgates of messages. Put the highlight where you cannot miss it. Schedule 1 or 2 focus sprints and guard them. Put your phone in another room during those sprints. Eat real food, move your body, drink water. When night comes, pause for a few minutes and write down what you learned, then sleep. That is a good day, not a perfect day. A good one. Repeat enough good days and you get a meaningful life. If this inspired you, please give it a like, subscribe for more weekly insights, and share it with a friend who's on this journey with you. Thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you. See you in the next video.